And so what that means is we just want to have like friends and family members and close customers trying it. So then we can say like, you know, this is so-and-so's results. So because of that, you guys are here to listen, hear about it. It is a groundbreaking product. It's definitely, there's not very many out there like this, unless you go to a dermatologist. So we're really excited about this, and we want to make sure that you're using it properly and also just getting all your questions answered. So that group will be private, and it's not just if you purchase Clinical Solutions, just so you know. Anyone can be added to it if you are interested, even like if you're interested. I shouldn't say anyone because it's not a public group, but you have to be invited by us, by a beauty consultant. So it is private between us, Mary Kay Consultants, and our customers, okay? So it won't be public, but you will be invited to join us. All right, well, I will go ahead and turn it over to Kelly is on, who is a sister sales director here in Napa. I have Fallon Collins, who is actually a real sister of mine. And so she is in Pleasant Hill, California. And then we have Ann McKeon, who is also a sister sales director of mine. And she, they are all like sisters to me. And so they are going to be sharing a little bit as well and introducing themselves. So I will go ahead and turn it over to my girl Fallon or Kelly.
Yeah, go ahead. I think, is it Ann or Kel first?
I think we were just doing a quick hello, and then Ann was going to go and shoot.
Okay, perfect. Well, I will say hello. So I am excited to share this with you guys. Like Shannon said, is we have seen like amazing results with just these two products. And yes, we do use all Mary Kay, but if you guys, I know we have a lot of our consultants on because it is, we're going to go into all the information about like why you need a lot of information before you put this on your face, but it's going to change your face. Like it's really exciting to see the before and afters are so drastic. So thank you guys for showing up. Thank you for being here. And thank you for taking the time too, because we would never want someone just to like put this all over their face and not feel so great about Mary Kay afterwards, because it is something that usually you can only get like at like a medical spa or through the dermatologist, and they would monitor how you're doing on the product. And so we've kind of created that through our test panel process, which we'll talk about tonight. So it will kind of give you a better understanding if you're a good candidate for the product, but we are a beauty industry first because I'm super sensitive. And so if I can do it, you guys can do it. I have gone through the retinization process a little bit slower than the company even recommended because I was hesitant to try highly concentrated retinol. I mean, like I get like hives, I get really, anytime I go get a spa facial, I already prep myself in advance. Like I know I can't probably do anything for a couple of days. I like them, but I just am very sensitive to products. And so I sometimes forget that because I'm usually okay with most Mary Kay products, but I did go through the retinization process a lot slower than most of the sales force. And so we will help you guys figure out a perfect routine if you do want to give Clinical Solutions a try. All right, so Kel, if you want to go ahead and say hello.
Oh my gosh. What's up, ladies? So excited you guys are here. We are so excited to share this product with you guys. You ladies, I should say, men invited too. But yeah, I'm Kelly, live out here in Napa. And we just want to thank you so much for showing up tonight for this hour. I know it's like, oh my gosh, how can I squeeze in an hour? But it is just going to be super beneficial for you guys to hear how this product works, all the fun details about it. And it's like Fallon did, it's not really just that slap on product, hope it works. We really want you to see the results and obviously go through the retinization process with us as a team, and then get to experience, if there's anything like side effects that we can definitely walk you through. But thank you to everyone that hopped on and to everyone that's going to watch the playback. We do definitely appreciate it. And we hope you have fun tonight. So we're going to pass it on to Ann. She's going to introduce herself and we're going to play a short video and then we'll go into some questions for you guys. Okay.
Hi, everybody. I'm Ann. I'm out here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Everyone say hi to my mom. She's on this phone. We are so excited about tonight. I'm pumped about this product. I know the other directors have all been going through the product. I'm doing it with you guys. So I'm starting tonight. I will be going with it with you guys, doing it all. So I'll be posting and doing all the stuff. So I'm really, really excited. But let me get this video queued up. Share my screen real quick. All right. Click on this. Screen.
Can skincare products really turn back time? Scientists today know more than ever about why and how skin ages. Together with the growing consumer demand for products that deliver strong benefits, Mary Kay has developed Clinical Solutions, a new line of dermocosmetic skincare products. The term dermocosmetics is used to describe the intersection of products with both beauty and dermatological benefits. The growth in dermocosmetics reflects the evolving role of the cosmetics industry in helping consumers achieve improved skin health. To support the objectives of this line, every Clinical Solutions product is validated by Mary Kay's Dermatologist Council. When you see this seal, you can be assured the formula, ingredients, and clinical testing have been evaluated by an advisory council of U.S. board-certified dermatologists. Their thorough review of the formulas, product testing protocols, and results reinforce the high standards of research and efficacy. At Mary Kay, our product philosophy is simple. We always put you first. The new Retinol 0.5 set contains a nighttime serum powered by pure retinol, plus a calming facial milk. In independent clinical testing, Retinol 0.5 was shown to improve the appearance of wrinkles, uneven skin tone, and loss of facial firmness. Basically, all the things that make your skin look older. Guidance from dermatologists, Mary Kay designed an 8-week retinization protocol to help minimize the temporary dryness, flakiness, or redness that can occur when you first start using products that contain pure retinol at 0.5% concentration. This protocol incorporates a gradual increase in Mary Kay's Clinical Solutions Retinol 0.5 usage over time and gives the skin time to gradually adjust to the potency of retinol. It also combines the use of Calm Plus Restore facial milk to help with temporary dryness if it occurs. Often when you introduce new ingredients or new treatments to the skin, it can take time for skin to adjust. And this is especially true for retinol. This period of adjustment is commonly called retinization. Mary Kay worked with dermatologists to develop a gentle retinization protocol so that everyone can experience the benefits of this ingredient. By gradually increasing frequency, skin has time to adjust to the potency of high concentration retinols. This new dermocosmetic line delivers a marriage of product performance and personal attention you simply won't find at any other beauty brand.
Okay, sorry about that. All right, so obviously we thought, why have us do it and trying to clumsily explain things when we could just have the scientists that developed it explain it directly to you. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to go over some of our most frequently asked questions and have you guys like just kind of go over that information because we feel like it doesn't hurt to hear it. So I think Kelly, you were going to do this part for us.
Yeah, and so
I was going to ask you, as you are going over some of these, if people want to put in the chat box their own questions, concerns, we'd love to kind of incorporate that into these questions.
Perfect. And so just so you guys know, we're going to be posting all of this information in the groups. If you're like, wait, shoot, I can't remember, or what did they say? You can find everything. Please contact your beauty consultant. We are here to help you. But we're going to go over some of the main questions that you may have and answer those for you. So I'm just going to kind of read out a couple as we go here, and we'll definitely check the chat box as well as we go. But all right, ladies. So the first question is, what is dermocosmetic? What does it mean?
Yeah, so dermocosmetics is pretty much like the easiest simplified way to explain what that is it's like a medical grade product meets an over-the-counter type selling platform. So it's going to still give you the same type of results as something that you would go buy at a dermatologist or through a spa and esthetician, but it is important that you really work with your beauty consultant. Like I said earlier, it's not something you just buy and never talk to someone again. You do usually need somebody monitoring your skin, which is why we've created this Facebook group. If you're not on Facebook, we can try to plug you in, and elsewhere you'll get text reminders of how to get through the retinization process from your beauty consultant, or she can email it however you prefer. But we do have a Facebook group that is designed to have everybody who's wanting to start together on this process post their results, ask questions, you know, is this normal? What's not normal? What to look out for, and how to help with like any flakiness, dryness, anything that you might see with typical retinol. So it's very exciting.
Awesome. Okay, and so they went over in the video, but another just a good reminder, you know, what is retinol and how does it work?
Shan, do you want to go ahead and do that one?
Yeah, sure. So retinol is a derivative of vitamin A. I started using retinol when I was a teen. I had really bad acne. I had been seeing a dermatologist actually when I got into Mary Kay for 8 years. So my retinization process was much shorter because I had been using Retin A for over a decade. Our bodies naturally produce vitamin A from the foods that we eat, and it's, you know, considered is like crucial for our health and cell development actually. So topically applied retinol can help improve skin structure, integrity, by supporting natural production of the collagen and elasticity. So it really improves cell turnover. So what I always tell people with vitamin A is it's just like a really high grade of exfoliation. So on top of what you're already doing. And then many dermatologists prescribe this, and actually in Oprah magazine, Oprah actually talks about it even on her show, that anyone over 50 should be using a retinol or Retin A. Retin A is going to be the one that's prescription from the dermatologist. So this is really good because my experience personally was every time I was on it, my skin was a mess. So personally, I've loved this one because it's not as strong. And because of the encapsulation, which we'll talk a little bit more about, but my skin was not so good. Like it would be good after, but not during, if that makes sense. It would be really red, it would be flaky, it would be dry, it'd be super irritated for the dermatologist one. This one, I noticed that it's glowing after, that it's smoother, that my fine lines and wrinkles, like everything just improves drastically. My skin feels tighter the next day. So that's
So
what.
AKA ladies, it is the cell building block that will produce all that collagen in your skin. And I'm telling you, you will look younger. So that is the main thing with retinol. Okay, so we may have some users on here that may be on our repair line. So just hold tight if you're not. But we do have a night cream and we have a deep wrinkle filler that have encapsulated resveratrol in them. So what is the difference between that versus the clinical solutions, and can you use both together?
Yeah, so you can use them both together. The products that are encapsulated are our deep wrinkle filler and our Time-Wise Night Repair Cream. Am I missing any? Those are the two, right, Kelly?
Yep.
And so you can use them with them if you would like, but honestly, the deep wrinkle filler, you could probably still do it, but I'm getting such great results that I don't really feel like you would need it. You guys agree with me on that?
Yeah.
If you have deeper wrinkles and would like to keep using the deep wrinkle filler, you could probably add it in, but I personally don't think that you need it. Also, keep in mind that this is a highly concentrated retinol, so you don't need to go through the retinization process with the repair night cream and the deep wrinkle filler. It's a lower concentration. So when people always told me, you know, I can't use retinol, I told them you probably can use this. It's not like a highly concentrated going to a spa, you know, medical spa to get through the retinization process like we are with our new clinical solutions. So it will be highly concentrated.
Absolutely. Awesome. Okay.
Also, one other thing too is these are oxygen deprived. So packaging and products means all the difference. And so if you're buying retinol on, you know, Amazon or just some random place, you don't really realize how much the packaging makes the product. Vitamin C and retinol, hyaluronic acid, all of those products, you're not really going to get quite the same results if they are exposed to light, air. The product hits like any type of air if it's not on a pump. Like a lot of our products are, what's the word I'm looking for, Kelly? Like our repair night cream and day cream are
highly concentrated and never exposed to light or air.
Airtight pumps.
Yeah, airtight pump. Yeah. So packaging is a really big deal at Mary Kay. We actually have patents on our packaging along with our products. We have over 1,500 patents at Mary Kay Corporate.
And then Val, I think maybe you said it little wrong. So if you are on our night, our repair, you still do need to go through the retinization process,
Right.
because the retinol in those products are encapsulated, so they don't actually go as deep as the clinical solutions. So there still is that process that needs to happen.
Oh yeah, thank you for clarifying that, because what I mean is if you're using the repair night cream alone, as a customer, you did not have to go through a retinization process. If you are adding in the highly concentrated retinol, you do still need to go through a retinization process. So thank you for making that clear, because it is very important that your skin is not retinized if you're using our 2 other products with retinol in it. So thanks, Cal.
Absolutely. Okay, so what happens if I stop using this product?
Shan, you want to answer?
Yeah. So are you saying like if you stop using it after you've done the 8-week trial?
Or just in general, like if you just stop, okay, I'll
Yeah.
answer this one. They say that if you stop using this product, nothing's going to happen, but your skin might go back to how it's going to start showing signs of aging. If you had problems with maybe some sunspots, stuff like that, you guys, it is just going to possibly move back into how your skin was before. So just continue to keep using it, as that's really the main point here.
Yeah, it's not going to get worse, but it is going to maybe appear to be worse because you're getting new skin much faster than we're using this product. It's basically creating new skin on the top layer at a much higher rate than your skin can do normally.
Yeah. And then just going back to like, again, simplicity, like Oprah says it a lot, like everyone should be using a retinol. And so it doesn't mean like here and there. It means like, just kind of on a regular routine. And again, it doesn't mean every night, because the stuff is strong. You don't need to do it every night. We will teach you the way that we're supposed to do it.
Yeah, we'll go through the process at the end here.
There's a few ladies that jumped on that washed their face that are ready to go once we do explain how to.
I love it. Okay, awesome. Okay, a couple more questions, you guys. So is this suitable for anyone that is pregnant or nursing?
No, we do not advise anybody to use retinol that are nursing or pregnant.
Awesome. Okay, I know there's some ladies on here that are like, girl, this sounds amazing, but my skin is sensitive. Like, can I use this?
Well, I feel like I kind of already answered that one because I'm super sensitive. We're going to go over the 8-week retinization process in our group and make sure that you guys know how that all works. We're going to be working with you on that. Your beauty consultant can work with you as well. But just know that you can extend out the retinization process. We say 8 weeks to completely have like a retinol. How should I say this? Kelly, how do we say it's going to get a little worse before it gets better? So don't be afraid of that, but kind of commit to the process. But if you do need to make that 8 weeks a little bit longer, you definitely can. It's like 10 to 12 weeks. I don't think anyone will probably have to go 12 weeks, but there is a process to it. And so you, like what I've been doing is I did like the first 3-4 weeks the same, and I'm just now getting to kind of where I should have been at week 8. Even though I'm probably a little bit further ahead, but I've been just kind of I've been listening to my skin and kind of doing a little bit slower because I also, like I've been doing my neck, and I think Kelly's going to ask that question about the neck. So I'll wait on that.
And we see the questions coming through. We'll come back to them if they don't get answered.
And I think it's important to know that everybody's skin is completely different. And so like Val said, we will work with you. Like if you are having like, okay, you're like, I need to scale back a little bit, feel free to do that. You don't have to go in like once you've done a couple weeks, adding that extra day in. So just know that it's all good. And I kind of say it's like when you're taking antibiotics, you got to finish it. You know what I mean? So just keep going through the process.
Yeah.
Okay.
And with the sensitivities, this facial milk, the reason why we say this is a beauty industry first, there's nothing else like this on the market right now, is because we've come out with a retinization process for sensitive skin. So if you're sensitive, you've tried retinol before, this is probably going to be your best bet. You won't find anything like it because we've really tried to come out with something that is designed for everybody, even people with sensitive skin.
Perfect. Okay, so I'm naturally have redness in my skin. So this was a question for me that I was like, okay, this is perfect. So how long does redness or flakiness last? If I haven't experienced it after a few weeks, do I keep going?
Yeah, so redness and flakiness is going to be different for everybody because our skin is also different. I personally haven't had any flakiness, and it's probably because I've been going through this process a lot slower than everybody, but I do feel like I'm at a point where my skin is fully retinized. I can just feel like I don't have the tightness, I don't have the dryness like around my nose area. And so just kind of listen to your skin. But if you are getting some redness or some dryness, it is sometimes part of the process, but not everybody is going to, get the same kind of reaction to it.
Yeah, I mean, it's inevitable. You might get some, for me, I've been experienced a little bit more redness in some places. It is just going through the process, and some flakiness on my nose. But you guys, that milk is fantastic, and it like right away takes it away. So just know that, your beauty consultant will work with you too. If you're experiencing a little bit more flakiness and dryness, we do have, some recommendations that we can add in to take care of that.
And Anne, I know you're kind of an expert too on the process. So you've done a lot of research too. So feel free to unmute if you want to add anything to this. But I know you're filming for your mom.
And there's some people that aren't going to notice. Like, I mean, I have sensitive skin, but I have used retinol for so long, and I used, prescription grade before. So I didn't notice any redness, flakiness, anything like that. And this Calmie milk, I wish I would have had this like when I used retinol before. I don't know if you guys were going to already say this, but the Calmie milk itself has features plant oils, coconut, jojoba seeds, safflower, and olive oil to deliver a power shot of rich fatty acids to nourish and soothe the skin. It also has glycerin and sugarcane squalene, which helps prevent water loss. It's like amazing. I feel like we should use this every day anyways.
I actually do use it every day. I have incorporated it into my routine. It's the first thing that goes on my face after my shower, morning and night. And I think once I realized I needed it daily, it has helped tremendously with the redness that I was experiencing the first couple weeks.
Yeah, and we always say like the number one reason us women lose collagen, or actually anybody loses collagen in their skin, is a lack of moisture. So if we can keep the moisture into our skin, we can keep the plumpness and firmness and stay hydrated like a grape and not be a prune or a raisin, right? So I think this stuff is amazing.
I just think, and then also you can, I mean, of course, use the milk after the retinization. I think people are like, do I stop using it? Do I don't? So that is something that you can keep in your daily regimen it's just a great product in general. So, okay. Can I use retinol on my neck and décolleté?
Okay, well, we would probably say be very careful because your skin on your neck is very sensitive. It's also very thin. So I'm not much of a direction reader. First night I used retinol, I used a couple pumps, which the first thing it says is only use one pump, no matter how long you're using this product. Do not use more than one pump. And I was like, ooh, this is going to be good. And I'm sensitive. Like I just thought that I needed more. So definitely read the directions if you don't work with your beauty consultant closely. And I learned that you definitely don't use more than one pump on your neck. Now I use like literally a quarter of a pump on my neck, and I mix it with about 5 pumps of the facial milk. So it's very diluted, and I put it all the way down. I do it all the way on my chest as well, but I do think that you need to be very careful with it. So start with a tiny, tiny little drop. Or what I also started doing after the first couple of weeks when I started getting like, it was kind of looked like hives, like red blotchiness. I couldn't really tell them, it didn't bother me, but when I was on Zoom calls, I could tell it looked like I had hives on the Zoom calls. And so I was like, something's wrong. So just be aware of your neck. It's very sensitive and you want to start very slowly. If at all, you can do a spot test. But what I would recommend for your neck is do your face with that one pump and 3 or 4 pumps of the facial milk mixed in, and do it all over. And then take a couple squirts of the facial milk and rub it now with what's left over on your hands and start that on your neck. So you're basically using the leftovers from your face and then mixing it with 4 or 5 pumps of the milk and starting there. So you're not even really using like half of a pump or a quarter of a pump on your neck. You're just kind of using the leftovers of what's on your hands, and then to gradually increase it if that's okay.
Yeah, Mary Kay recommended really, I mean, they really tested on the face. And so they said, if you do want to try it on the neck, just spot test it first, make sure it does okay. And then, Fallon's right. It is just a pea size amount, increasing it is not going to, make the process faster. So just be aware of that. And then also, one of the questions is, can you use it morning and night? It is just a product designed to work at night while your skin's repairing. Okay, so really important to wear your sunscreen during the day with that sun protection. Okay, we're getting through the rest of these real quick, and then we'll go to the comments in the chat box. So can you guys use this around your eye area?
No, you want to avoid the eye area because it is all, again, so thin, but it is amazing. I don't know if it's because like it gets absorbed in, but the difference around my eyes here, I'm not even putting the product here, but it's like so soft. Like there's no wrinkles. Like it's amazing what retinol does for your face, you guys. Like I just am so excited for you to try it because of like I didn't have acne prone skin and I've been using Mary Kay. We've been doing hydra sessions. I felt like, you know, I wasn't expecting to see such a big result. And I honestly don't feel like I really ever need to wear makeup again. Like my skin looks clear and I've always had like sun damage on my cheeks and I have freckles. And like, I just feel like for the first time, and not that like it made my freckles go away, but for the first time in my life, like my skin is just clear, like super even. So you can still use your eye cream around your eyes, but make sure you put your eye cream on first before you put the retinol on top. So you're going to just mix it a little bit. So you do your cleanser, you would do your eye cream, and then your retinol on top. Because if you put your eye cream on top of retinol, you're going to be pushing it too close to your eye.
Yeah, so we will go over order of application, so don't worry. But yeah, just be careful around your eye area. It's very gentle or very sensitive in general, and so it may burn a little bit if you do get a little close. Okay. So one of the questions is, I have an upcoming like medical procedure. Is it okay to combine with the retinol treatment?
No, you are going to want to discontinue any retinol use before 3 days before any procedure that requires anesthesia.
And then same thing, another question is, if I'm going to go, I have an appointment for like a facial or a waxing, what's the protocol for that?
Same thing. You're going to want to discontinue before, at least 3 days before.
3 days for that one. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and just from previous experience, because I used to get my eyebrows waxed so much. I mean, my dad's Hispanic. We have like thicker, like black hair. So, but growing up using retinol for over a decade, like, yeah, there was times I went in and I was like, I did not discontinue it long enough because then it was like, I mean, it was painful. It was more painful. It was kind of like a little bit of a wax burn. You know, it took off more skin because my skin was thinner, you know, because I was using retinol. I had a lot of, you know, exfoliation going on at that time, my skin. So yeah, so I would just, you know, give it a little bit of time before you wax, but I think plucking is totally fine in between, you know, but I would say even longer than maybe 3 days.
And, you know, I think it's mainly just like exfoliation. I know a trend right now is, what are those things called, Shan?
Microblading.
Yeah, like microblading, but you can also do them from home. A lot of people buy the tinklers and you can like take off the like peach fuzz on your face. That's also exfoliation. So you want to be careful if you're going to be retinizing your face. You can't do anything with exfoliation. It will irritate your skin. And so you can't use those tinklers or microblading to get the peach fuzz off. So just be aware of that. Also, what I found was I felt like things were coming out of my face, like whiteheads, blackheads, like it was detoxing my face. And I kind of was like, I think they like need to come out. And I noticed if I started kind of picking at it or like things just were coming out very easily. So I know that sounds really gross, but it irritated it. And so try to leave your face alone. Don't touch it. If things will come out naturally, but it is detoxing your face. And so like I don't get breakouts, but I did. Like I got huge, big things on my chins, probably because I was like kind of picking at it too, because it just seemed like it was ready to come out, but it wasn't. So just try not to touch your face.
And you don't want to over exfoliate, even though it's like, oh, I mean, my skin was fine with doing the hydra session here and there. I didn't do it every time. So my skin did okay with that extra exfoliation, but I wouldn't recommend it. Again, I used retinol for over a decade, so my skin was a little more used to it. But some people don't have real sensitive skin and their skin's built up a tolerance with this stuff. But Fallon, you know, goes on and, you know, has a breakout and wants to maybe use a charcoal mask, for example, you know, it might be too much, like her skin's not going to like clear right up. So just, you know, for people that are more sensitive, let the retinol do its exfoliation thing and then go back to doing your hydra sessions or your other exfoliating treatments.
Yeah,
And
they
just
call it,
remember, it's only 8 weeks, you guys. Hang on tight. If you love your microderm and your facial peel like me, I was like, no, it's all good. You guys, it's going to be so strong and your skin's going to look so much more radiant. Adding that back in your regimen, you're going to be like, hallelujah. So,
yeah, but I wouldn't do this like right before your wedding or something if it's in a month, because things will get a little worse before they get better. And it's okay. We've got makeup. You can still wear makeup. It's totally fine. But we call it the retinol uglies, because it does kind of make things go backwards and you're like, I don't know if this is working, but I promise you stick with it for another 3 or 4 weeks and your skin will look so good.
okay,
And-
last question from my end, and then we're going to rock and roll to the chat. Okay, so I've tried retinol in the past and my skin had a reaction. Can I use this?
Yeah, so people in our sales force, we've had people who have used retinol, like my sister used retinol, and we never had anything this concentrated before. And people are saying like how different this product is because of that facial milk, because of the retinization process, because there's nothing like it to get your skin like more tolerant of a retinol product, highly concentrated like this. So yes. If you've had a reaction before to retinol, I mean, just be aware and go very slowly into the process, but know that you have complete control over how much facial milk you want, how often you want to do it, and you can kind of test it a little bit better without just going all in with a highly concentrated retinol. You can kind of make it fit for what you need.
Yeah, I did that. I kind of customized on what my skin needed. So even though by the time we'll go over the process, but by the time you get to like the last weeks, they say you can use it 3 to 5 times a week. I knew I didn't need it 5 times a week. My skin just didn't need it. So the most I've used it in a week is 3, but I know my skin looks really good if I just stick with at least 2 times a week. So just kind of, you can customize yourself too.
Okay, so I think what's best is this may answer a lot of questions that I'm seeing come in. I'm gonna have one of you girls show the 2 products and then explain what they do. And again, you guys, this will be posted. So you're like, wait, what do I do week 5? It's all good. Just worry about tonight. If you're starting tonight or whenever you're choosing to start, I'm gonna have you girls go over what to do.
Yeah, Anne, do you want to go over it?
So these are the 2 products. I'm gonna give me a second. Talk amongst yourselves quietly. All right. Okay. Good. Thank you, Fallon. So if you can hold up the retinol product for me, please, by itself. So the retinol is the one that's got the pump on it. And the facial milk is the other one. They're also labeled and say retinol 0.5 and facial milk. Actually, they now say Calm and Restore. The one I have just says facial milk. But so what you're gonna do is just like a pump, no more, like a pump of retinol onto your palm, and then 3-4 pumps of the facial milk. Mix it in your palm for the first 2 applications. So you're diluting the retinol into the facial milk, and then you're going to apply it all over your face. And that's the first 2 weeks. When we get to week 3 and 4, week 3 and 4 are going to be retinol directly onto your skin, followed by facial milk over the retinol. So we've moved from diluting it into directly applying it to the skin. Week 5 and 6 are going to be upping it to 2 times a week. So you're still directly placing the retinol, 1 pump onto your skin, followed by the facial milk. And then week 7 and 8 is when you can go up to 5 times a week. They recommend 3 to 5, but like Shannon said, this is where you have complete control. If you don't feel like you need it that often, don't do it that often. If you feel like you need it 5 times a week, do it 5 times a week. But this is where it gets really customizable for you guys. And it's really important to know that the facial milk can go over your makeup. It can go over anything. So if you're like halfway through your day and you suddenly feel a little dry, whip out that facial milk, keep it in your purse, and just kind of tap it over your skin so that you can, immediately relax your skin. That's what the facial milk is for. So the facial milk can be applied as many times as you need it. And I love it. I've been using it even though I don't have the retinol on my skin yet. I adore this product. It's so good. So that's kind of going to be the mirror or the track that we're going to follow. I know that my girls, you guys are all going to get texts directly from me that say like, hey, reminder that you're doing this. You're going to do it every night on the same night of the week. So like tonight's a Tuesday. So if you start tonight, you're going to do it this Tuesday, and then you're going to do it next Tuesday, and so on and so forth. And when you add in a date, you're consistent with that second date as well. And then same with the third date. And then once you're through the retinization process, you can then add back in those products that you weren't able to use during those 8 weeks. So your charcoal mask, your exfoliators, your skin vigor brush, those kind of products.
Awesome, Anne. Okay, and so if you're starting tonight, I love that you shared the complete process of what that looks like. Again, it will be posted. It should be in your little kit as well if you do have it. But tonight, you're going to wash your skin with your cleanser. You're going to allow your skin to dry 5 to 10 minutes to 15 minutes. Allow the natural oils to come up to the surface. Apply your eye cream, guys, first, right? So get that area taken care of, and then put your retinol on. Some say you can put your night cream over. It's all good. Some of the estheticians I've heard just let it do its thing and let it, go deeper. And so that's what I've personally been doing, but you can make that call.
Do your retinol with your facial milk.
Yes, facial milk with the retinol for the first week. I did see some questions. Can you use your spin brush if you're a consultant or you're a customer that does have one? That is up to how your skin does. I've been using it on the light speed just because I'm like, it feels so weird, doing it with my hands, but it's totally up to you. And then, thank you, Fallon, for holding that
Mary
up.
Kay does recommend to not use it during the 8-week retinization process. And there's a list of things they don't recommend, but like Kelly said, if you're like, I'm doing pretty good with it, you can try it once and see, like, did it irritate my skin? Should I hold off for the rest of the 8 weeks or start reintroducing it a little bit earlier than the 8 weeks?
If I were you too, this is what I've been doing, is popping off that attachment and putting this attachment on. This one does not exfoliate, but it massages and it helps bring blood oxygen and all of that to the surface, and it helps plump up the skin. So I think this one is totally fine. If you want to use this instead, you can actually put like a moisture renewing gel mask or even moisturizer on and use this to massage your skin.
Yeah.
Perfect. So we will post a list of things that Mary Kay recommends not to use during the retinization process. Really just the key things would be staying away from exfoliators. So like a microdermabrasion, a facial peel. Again, we will make sure you have all this information. Some of the questions I'm still seeing are, can you use makeup? Absolutely use makeup. After your retinization is done, the 8 weeks, please continue using it. Your skin is just basically what it's called is retinized. You've gone through the retinization process. You'll continue to use it after. You'll be using, maybe 4 to 5 times a week, depending how your skin is doing. And yes, it's for all skin types, girl. It's amazing.
And Elisa did post all the things that says, to avoid during the retinization process.
Yes. So there was a couple more questions in the chat box. Do you want me to start reading them off?
Well, let's just also be conscious of time, because we just have a few more things to go over, and we can always make sure to cover all of those, right? I mean, if we have a few more minutes, we can go over them. One thing I did want that a lot of people like to know is the use up rate. And so I think that's super important. You guys, this is awesome because it says, and Mary Kay is always very conservative, I feel like, it says 4 to 5 months. So like you would only need 2 of these pretty much a year, maybe, 3, but 4 to 5 months. And I think that's very conservative because it's saying that you're using the facial milk twice a day, which I've never used it twice a day, but I think you totally could use it twice a day. It's amazing. And then with the use up rate, that would be using the retinol, on the nightly average, which once you get through the retinization process, it could be 3 to 5 times a week.
Perfect.
Yeah, good.
And so I think we all can agree that the ones who've tried it, we will be transparent that we all experience something different with our journey so far. And personally, just for me, my skin, like Fallon said, it hurts. You guys, it definitely had some stuff down there that came out, and I did experience some flakiness and redness. So that was just my experience.
Yeah, and I just wanted to address, there was 2 questions, there might have been more in the chat about, I have eczema or psoriasis and rosacea. So Mary Kay's never going to make medical claims about, yes, you can. Their response from corporate will be to ask your dermatologist to look over the ingredients and see if your skin can handle it. But I do want to share that we've had a lot of people in our sales force who have rosacea as well as psoriasis. And while I was looking through the chat, I just wanted to see what some of those people were saying in our like group that we're a part of. And so real people, this is not coming from corporate, but one of the people who wrote in here said that Mary Kay will not make claims that retinol can help with psoriasis, but if you do your own research on things that do help with psoriasis, retinol is on the list as well as vitamin C. So it could be a good thing for you to try. It's not necessarily probably going to hurt, but again, talk to your dermatologist and see what he or she recommends. And then for rosacea, there was a ton of people in that group that also have rosacea, and most of them said that they were fine with the clinical solutions. They just went a lot slower, and it is helping with their redness. So again, maybe try, going through the process a lot slower, or talk to your dermatologist on what they think, since there are different levels of rosacea. Some people are extremely sensitive, and some, are a little bit better with trying new products. So you can see how your skin does or what your dermatologist recommends.
And then I think we were going to show some before after pictures, but
before we scare everyone away from the retinol uglies, we'll show you it's totally worth it. Let me go ahead and pull that up real fast.
Retinol uglies, I love it.
Okay, so here's just a couple we put together. There'll be more in the group, but like really, you guys, the before and afters. One thing you'll know about Mary Kay is we're very conservative, and we don't like do a lot of before and after type stuff for our marketing department. These are real people in our sales force that posted their personal before and afters. It's not coming from our company, like, across the country. This is just the sales directors who got their products early and started taking pictures.
So obviously you can see, skin tone is brightened. It's starting to even out. People with acne scarring, brightness, wrinkles. It is like, this is just, I'm so excited, you guys.
Yeah, so there's just a couple, but we didn't even put the one in. There's a girl that is in our company who's been using retinol from their dermatologist for years because she has really bad cystic acne, and you can see in her before and after, which we'll post it to the Facebook group, but she had large red like stuff all over her face. And to see the before and after, she actually stopped using her prescription grade retinol for, I think she said 2 or 3 weeks. I can put the post up of how she explained exactly what she stopped using. And then when she switched back over, she took her before picture and it showed really what her skin looked like. And then after, she started using the 8-week process of what it looked like after the 8 weeks. And it was crazy difference. And she said that it is a lot cheaper to use the Mary Kay products than what she was buying at the dermatologist. And it worked, if not better, because it's better for sensitive skin. Exactly the same. It totally cleared her up and helped with all of that like red scarring that she gets on her cheeks. All right, are you guys excited?
Yes.
A little scary. I don't know. I was scared. I was very hesitant to try it. So if you guys are like the same as I am, don't be scared. You have a community, but it is valid. It is your face, and it is something that is highly concentrated. So that's why we just really wanted to create this community so we can support you. You can ask questions, feel safe, like make sure that you're not having a reaction. And also know that Mary Kay Corporate has a medical team that we have access to. And so if we need to get on the phone on a 3-way call with our medical team, you also have access to that.
Then we did also want to show a quick video by one of our sales force. They worked with Mary Kay to show their entire 8-week process. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that up for you guys so you guys can see like what a real person went through, like, because obviously everyone's been giving their testimonies on here, but she has video to go along with it. So her name's Ashley, and we will just watch her real fast. So, oh dear, it's okay. Ashley was the one that we liked.
Ashley joined a Mary Kay Clinical Solutions test panel and was eager to see results quickly, but she decided to trust the Mary Kay process. And now she's so glad she did.
I've always been a rebel.
So, you want to make up your own rules. And I'm like, okay, follow the process, follow the process. There is a reason for all the steps in there. Maybe tomorrow morning I'll wake up 10 years younger.
Ashley was ready to dive in. But as she experienced, the process allows the skin to gradually increase the dosage and receive results progressively over the 12 weeks. Giving the skin time to acclimate and rest between early applications is key.
So about 3 days after my application, then I would start having just some fine peeling around my cheeks and like here. And then it would be gone the day after I washed my face that night, I wouldn't have it again. I'd have had a few breakouts, like pimple breakouts, and it seems like more blackheads around my jawline. I have really oily skin, and my skin doesn't feel as oily. It feels so soft. Like I've never had my skin feel this soft. At first, I thought the retinization process was like, I just want to hurry up and do like the 3 times a week kind of thing. Now this week we just started the 2 times, and last night when I put it on, it's like burning. It's not like a bad burning, but you can feel it, and I haven't done that before. And so now I'm not like hurry up and do 3 times a week. More is not always better. Hello, it is April 1st, and no fooling, my skin is feeling amazing. I feel like it's made my skin way more smooth. That just makes your makeup go on so much easier and makes it look so much better. I did feel a little tingling after this application, and then yesterday I started having like these red splotches and on both sides, and I just felt like burning all over my face. It would take a few minutes to die down. Then today, about halfway through the day, it started feeling better. I'm a little nervous, like just to be completely honest, about putting on the next application tomorrow.
Remember, the facial milk is your friend. It soothes your skin, even over makeup. You can reapply as needed throughout the day and year-round.
So I became religious with the facial milk because, they said to use that as much as you want to. And so I started using it morning and night afterwards, whether I felt like I needed it or not. It really made a difference. And now, like, this is magic week. Like, I love, like, the way my skin feels. Like, if y'all could feel it, it is so soft. My pores are much smaller, which I've noticed that. My skin's more even toned. And my skin just looks more radiant. Hey, okay, it's week 9. I have to say that all these weeks of the burning, the tingling, the peeling, the everything, I can now say it is so worth it. It just feels younger. That's what it feels like. It feels younger, and I feel like I look younger too. So I'm so excited about this. Thank you, Mary Kay. I am so grateful for how my skin looks and feels, and I cannot wait for the rest of the Mary Kay world to try this product.
So just to kind of give you a little look at what that like, so you saw her whole process. There were points where she was afraid of like putting on the product, but she went all the way through. She did do 12 weeks where she got to week 8 and then continued for an extra month. It's kind of still putting it on, but I mean, you guys, did you see the way her skin changed from the beginning of that video to the end? It's incredible. So we're super excited to, have this. If you guys are interested in hopping on this and doing this with us, we're super, super pumped. The one thing I don't think was mentioned that I did want to make sure is if you haven't downloaded the Skin Analyzer app, make sure you have that on your phone. And before you start this process, you're analyzing analyzing your face and getting your results to your consultant. And that's going to be the actual results of where it says like, oh, you have fine lines on your forehead and wrinkles by your eyes and things like that versus the product list. The product list, we know what to recommend to you guys by that, but we also want to see, because that's going to be a direct like link to having your first scan now, and then in 8 weeks, what your skin's going to look like. And you're going to see that the visible, like the deep wrinkles, the fine lines, they're going to have reduced, which is exciting. And you can see where this has really helped out your skin. So it's really important that you take that Skin Analyzer app picture before you get started with this. So you have this wonderful before and after from a like deep analyzed product or app.
Yeah.
So make sure that you
People pay a lot of money for that. I mean, I remember going to fancy dermatologists for many years, and you would pay a lot to do that. And so to get the before and after like that Skin Analyzer. So it is a free app, you guys. So download it. It's Mary Kay Skin Analyzer. And I think someone will post it probably in the chat if you guys have any questions of what that looks like. But definitely do that because it's cool to see the before, during, and after results of your fine lines like dissipating, which is so cool. You will get in your kit comes in a box like this. If you are curious, if you don't have it, we had lots of people that have, let me turn my light off so you guys can see. Wow, lights make a big difference. So it comes in a box like this, and then you get this with it as well. And this will have your weeks. And so it says, sorry, it's a little blurry, but it says week 1 and 2. You're going to put the date there, and there's a little calendar so you can actually circle if it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, whatever day. I always did mine on Monday. I just remembered Mondays, and then I would write the date. And then as soon as I started to up it for 2 times a week, so it gives you a calendar, you guys. When I did it 2 times a week, I did Mondays, and then I remembered either Thursday or Friday, depending on how my skin was doing, and I'd write that date. So then, and then 3 to 5 times a week, then you write those dates. Because let's be real, we're not going to remember when we put it on last, right? We got enough stuff to remember. So write it down. I kept a pen by my bathroom right after I washed my face and put that on. I would just write the date down so I could remember, and I would snap a quick picture. And you guys, I have 2 little ones, one that's still waking up sometimes in the middle of the night. If I can do this, you can do this.
And Shannon, one quick thing about the Skin app, you guys, that I realized that was my mistake when I did it. It only saves your scan for up to 7 days. So like take a screenshot when your scan comes up, it'll be like you know, tone or like wrinkles. If you click on it, your picture will pop up and it will show your scan. So it looks like we're probably going to show one. Here you go. Perfect. So just make sure to take a screenshot. That way you can remember, you know, where your wrinkles are. You know, this is Shelly. Thank you for being
And if you're not like really modest, like obviously Shelly's not, she's fine with sharing with the whole world her results because she's having amazing results. But if you're not modest, send them to your beauty consultant, post them on this little group. It is a private group. No one's going to judge. We love to see that. So thank you if you do save them and send them to us.
Yep. Yeah, and I wanted to point out, I just shared that. I asked Shelly her permission. Don't worry, I wouldn't have just done it. She said it was fine. But she was using I met Shelly just a few weeks ago, a couple months ago, in December, end of December. She joined my VIP group. She got on the repair skincare set, and that was only, I think, 3 weeks of using it. And if you saw those difference, like everything was on the right side, moved to the left. And so our skincare alone does do really great things for your skin. So I think we mentioned this, but if we didn't, it is very, very important to not just to start using retinol and being like, this is the go-to for everything. We really encourage you to be on a skincare routine with it, or start first with the skincare routine, then add it in, because you are gonna get less reactions if you're using a skincare routine. Also, like I said, I got some purging on my chin. I've also been using like good products for a long time. Could you imagine what my skin would look like if I just started purging from the beginning? Like, you got to be washing your face morning and night to really get the best results. So also with the dryness, you need a good moisturizer, and you will get that in your skincare routine. And the last reason why you really want to be on a skincare routine with this is if you're using other product brands like serums and moisturizers and all XYZ, if you see that we have a list of products you can't use from Mary Kay, that's because we've tested them with Mary Kay products, and we know that they work with everything else, but we can't tell you what it's going to do with, you know, brand XYZ. So it's very important that if you are using other skincare lines or other products, that you talk to your beauty consultant, send her over what those products look like, and she can maybe do a quick cross-reference on ingredients, but you will get better results because Mary Kay does a lot of research and development on making sure our products work with other products, and then we can advise you on what not to use with certain products, because we do that for all of our products. Sometimes there's certain things we recommend not using like with another product, and we can tell you.
Yeah, we always just really recommend to stay within one line. Hopefully it's Mary Kay, but if not, maybe find a retinol in that line, whatever you use, okay? Just try not to mix match. All right, so the last thing is, a lot of people are wondering how much. You guys, I don't even know if we mentioned it, but did we mention it? It's 120 for the kit, and you're gonna get a special. So the 120 comes with your facial milk and it comes with your retinol. You can buy them individually, but of course we do highly recommend them as a set. You're gonna see better results by using that facial milk with it. The other thing that I have been asked is, what was the last thing? Was there anything else? Yeah, so 120. If you do want to be part of our test panel, every consultant does something a little different. We're independent beauty consultants, meaning we own our own businesses. So we do things a little bit differently, but you will be hooked up, I promise, for being part of our test panel. Okay, so ask your beauty consultant, what are you going to do for me for trying this out for you, because we will spoil you. And then the other thing is, we just want you to be happy, of course, and we want you to see a result. So you using it like how we asked, makes a big difference for us in our business too, to have that, those before and afters. And then the last thing is Ann McKeon, who is on here, that was recording her, so her mom could be in and shared those great videos for us. She just debuted as a sales director and is earning her first free Mary Kay card. And so we are having a big debut party. So if you guys thought this was fun, even though this is like a lot of information, I feel like it was a little bit, not like our normal Zooms, let's say that. But if you want to join us, or if you can join us, we want to pack the house for her on Saturday morning. Our national sales director is #2 in all of Mary Kay, and she is going to be doing an awesome party for us on Saturday morning. It's 10 a.m. Pacific. It will be at, that's 12 p.m. her time. Yeah, 12 p.m.
I have an idea.
Yeah.
I didn't talk to the directors, and so hopefully they're okay with this, but how about if we have 100 members, at least 100 people show up for her debut, we will give away a free clinical solution set. Oh, good. I'm glad Shannon is on her same page.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll do something fun like that for anyone who jumps on.
100 guests.
We have over 100 people, because you guys, I just want to put this into perspective. Normally we'd have like a hotel room, we'd pack the house full, we'd be celebrating her with balloons and hugs and loves. And, we're in a pandemic still, so we're not going to be doing that, but we will be virtual, and there's people across the country that can jump on and support her, because this is a huge deal and we want her to feel all the love. So yeah, I think we could totally get 100 people on to join and celebrate her promotion and all of her success.
We'll double check that, but we would love to do the drawing right away, while we're on, if we can even. I don't know how it will work, but we will do a drawing. If there are guests on, we will print out every name that's on or whatever and do a drawing, and we'll let you know. So if you jump on, we'll do a drawing for the clinical solutions, but you know what? I bet your consultant will give you a really nice gift for joining us too, because we would love to have you. So that's Saturday, this Saturday at 10. Our Zooms never go usually over an hour ever, because we like to be respectful of your time, and we know screen time's a thing. So it'll be from 10 to 11, I believe.
Perfect. Well, it's 7:01, so we are women of our word. We are 1 minute over, so we're going to let you guys go. Please contact your beauty consultant if you have any questions. And if any of the beauty consultants want to hang out for just a few minutes, and we can make sure everyone has the link to send their